Good morning and welcome to Thriving on the Suncoast. Did you know that Franklin D. Roosevelt said, "A nation that destroys its soil destroys itself"? Some scientists project that in 50 to 60 years, we'll no longer have enough water, soil, and food for humans to survive on Earth. Unless we overhaul our predominantly exploitative food, agriculture, and farming systems. We've been led to believe by large corporations that only they can come up with the ways to feed the masses. But in fact, these facts do not bear this out. They've not increased output per acre. They've depleted the soil, poisoned our water and air, and genetically modified natural foods our bodies need. We are quickly coming to a point of no return, and we must unite, and we need to make a conscious choice about the food we eat, the farmers and growers we support, and the policies we endorse. This show has been about providing good information about the latest knowledge for you to make good choices for your health and longevity. We've presented the latest thinking on the root causes of disease, diets to improve brain health, and how your microbiome provides protection against diseases. And it all ties back to our food. One way to be part of this movement, in turn, is to contribute to Regeneration International, a new initiative and foundation with a mission to form a regenerative food and farming revolution. So check them out online. Speaking of education, my guest today is Chef Craig Chaskey. Everyone loves being around Craig because he is so full of passion for his craft. He's one of those people that has always been pulled forward towards his destiny as he finds new ways of contributing to the world. His craft is cooking, but he loves to teach and excite those around them to expand their knowledge and challenge their palates. Since he was very young, Craig has been destined to be a chef. He's catered and cooked for movie stars, celebrities, rock stars, sports stars. He's owned his own four-star restaurant in New York. He's been featured in magazines, TV, and radio. Fortunately for Sarasota County, he's been catering unique events all over town, helping showcase other businesses while showing off his unique talents. He encourages the use of food to heal and never gives up a chance to teach nutrition and empowering others to live a healthy lifestyle. Craig, I'm so happy to have you on the show.
Michael, it's great to be back.
So take us back. How did you get started cooking?
That's a great question. I always loved being around food, and I was always in the kitchen with my mom, and back then Dad provided and Mom was home raising the kids, so we got to spend a lot of quantity and quality time together. So much where one day I wanted some attention being a little kid, and I put my hand up on the stove. And next thing I know, I was dragged across the room, and my hand was put in baking soda, which saved my hand. My hand's okay right now, but no pun intended, I always loved the heat of the kitchen. So from there on in, I just fell in love with going to the supermarket, squeezing the fruit and the produce, and learning how to, just source things and pick things.
Did you learn not to touch hot things?
I did finally learn to touch not hot things, and the interesting thing is I don't have much fingerprint left, so
what's driving you, 45 years later, what's driving you to still, keep that passion
What
going?
drives me is the way our industry has gotten, and what you just said in the beginning of the show is valid, because there are 500 chemicals in foods when I was born. There's 14,000 chemicals in foods today. We do need to be conscious, read labels. We need to know where it's sourced from. We need to take time out to clean those items, wash them, rinse them, whatever the case may be when we get home. And you can't be a Howard Hughes today, but you do need to be careful.
You're teaching, you're all over town, catering and explaining how people can make healthy choices. What are some of the main questions that people pose to you that you hear a lot?
Michael, people always are saying to me, I need to be on a diet. To me, a diet is just maintenance. Mm-hmm. Every single day, the right amount of salt intake, lowering your sugar intake, being careful with your dairy intake. A lot of people, how do I lose my water weight? It's a big thing today. You know, it's okay to sweat in Florida. We're in, you know, hot weather. You know, you don't.
That's going to happen whether you want it or not.
Exactly. The other questions that I get asked are health challenges. And so many of us have health challenges today. And I'm not a doctor. My background is nutrition. I had, as you know, Lyme disease back in the 70s. I beat that, not through the medical profession, but alternative health recommendations. So I'm very big on, you know, doctors are wonderful, and thank God for doctors. But if you can do your own due diligence and maintenance and fortify yourself and keep your adrenals up and keep yourself fortified to the point where you're almost immune to the elements, because we're in the environment so much that it can be very detrimental towards your health.
I think people, hopefully if they've been watching the show, they're hearing how important food is to the end result, which is your health, and how it affects so many things that are going on in your body. Things, you know, you could even have a food allergy in some cases that completely cause a whole weird disease diagnosis process going on. What are some of the things that, main suggestions you can make for people as far as, you know, how to cook? You
know, the biggest challenge today is having things ready when you get home.
Right.
It's like, you know, I need to exercise. So you're making time to exercise. I need to spend quality time with my family. So you do need to take some time out to get some preparation done. So when you come home, it's all ready for you. I think that's one
the big problem, the preparation.
Exactly, and it doesn't take a long time when you really think about it. You might be resisting a little bit, but I think once you get it done, you'll see, once you get that rotation going, that your meal plan will be better for yourself, your meal plan will be better for your family, and with kids back in school today, it's crucial.
Yeah.
It's crucial.
We're going to have to go to break right now. When we get back, we're going to talk about how you can prepare healthy meals and know what to look for in the food store. Stay with us.
Is Mom really taking her medications?
A Comfort Keeper can ensure that your loved one gets their medications on time, providing peace of mind for families in need of flexible in-home care. Comfort Keepers, let our family take care of yours.
When a stroke or injury impacts your life, we're here to help you get it back. With our dedicated team of specialists, personalized treatment plans, the most inventive technologies, and a coordinated approach to recovery. This is more than just rehabilitation. This is a higher level of care.
I enjoy my active senior life, so feeling good and staying fit is important to me, but I wasn't comfortable joining a gym.
So my friends insisted that I would like physical fitness. A healthcare professional analyzed my body needs and developed a fitness program exclusively for me.
Join this week and your initial fee is waived. That's a savings of $99.
Love your life even more.
Call Physical Fitness today for your personalized medically based fitness program.
I'm Rob Wyatt, and I've been offering reverse mortgages in the state of Florida for over 21 years. If you are 62 or older, a reverse mortgage can allow you to access your home equity while staying in the comforts of your own home with no repayment obligations for the rest of your life. And you remain on title. Call us to learn how a reverse mortgage can provide you additional tax-free income to enjoy life now and create a peace of mind retirement for your future.
Comfort Keepers can provide a variety of in-home services for your aging loved ones. We'll assess their needs and create a custom care plan that can change as their needs change.
Comfort Keepers, keeping the comfort of home.
The Harvey Center for Integrative Medicine is helping people every day to thrive and live healthy, vital lives. Our integrative approach combines conventional medicine with holistic and innovative therapies to help you achieve optimal function. Are you ready to function at 100% of your ability? Dr. Fred Harvey customizes tools and treatments to achieve optimal wellness at any age.
Hi, I'm Dr. Fred Harvey. Do you want to feel vital, vibrant, and fully energized? If so, call our office to find out how.
Welcome back. I'm here with Craig Chaskey, extraordinaire. Chef, we were talking about how to eat healthier. One of the things you mentioned a really good tip is really think about your meal before you leave the house. Do a little pre-preparation. What are some of the other things that people should be eating and knowing about cooking?
Well, you should be watching your fat intake, and there's the proper fat. We had a discussion about the Mediterranean diet, which is absolutely fantastic. You're eating more chicken, you're eating more fish, pescatarians, you're staying away from the high fatty meats. You're also taking in more fruits, more nuts, more legumes. Very, very important. And Michael, we were also discussing rotation. It's very important to rotate your diet. You become what you eat. It's so true. And Grandma was wonderful, God bless her, but she would cook the sauce so long that all the nutrients were cooked out of it. And it's very important to get optimal cooking time. So a lot of people in our area have electric. So once it gets hot, the main thing I hear is I burn my food all the time. If you have the right smoke point and you have the right vessel and you have the right application and principles in cooking, it's very easy. If you go to my website, there's a lot of recipes, there's a lot of great things to learn from. My cooking classes that I do and my showcasing that I do. But it's very important that you have the patience and you take time, get your preparation done, and don't be afraid of the high smoke point if you have the right oil to use.
So let's touch on that a minute. First, I want to talk about, the cooking of the foods. We know that we should be eating a lot more vegetables, a lot less processed foods.
Yeah.
It's going to be critical to our health, and not overcooking it, okay? But what you cook it in, people think any oil might do, okay? We know that canola oil, genetically modified, byproduct of the oil and gas industry, been led to believe it's healthy, not healthy, right?
Right.
Olive oil, we've read, Mediterranean diet is one of the best things that we can eat. But there's been a lot of written about olive oil not necessarily being what we think it is on the shelf, because apparently if it's just a lesser expensive brand, it's cut and denigrated in its quality.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I understand you've started a new gourmet food line that has very select things that you've looked for. So what brought you to that, and tell us about your food line?
I'm so honored and blessed to meet the family that grows the olives in Puglia, Italy, Michael. They're Cortina olives. Cortina is the queen. And the olives are so amazing because they come from trees that are 500 to 1,000 years old. That increases the polyphenols. Those are your antioxidants. Very crucial in your diet.
Critical ingredient in the olive oil.
Absolutely. Helps your adrenals, At harvest, 600 milligrams. That's off the charts. The acid this year, because it's a limited reserve, was 0.017%. That's at an alkaline base, so extremely beneficial for digestion. And the funny thing is, if you look at the bottle close enough, that's how I raised my daughter. And that's how I spent quantity and quality time with her. She had no choice.
You talked about smoke point. Can you explain that?
Yeah. Smoke point is the temperature in which something can be achieved before burning. Okay? Most olive oils burn at 350 to 375, which becomes toxic. And then it's a whole new door that's opening up that's not good.
So all of a sudden it's not healthy for you.
I've been cooking 45 years, and when you asked me finally, coming out with my product line, because now I'm able to cook at 420 degrees with this Cortina olive oil from Puglia, which is astronomically high. I have people coming up to me with testimonials say, Craig, I don't burn my food anymore. So I classify them as a chef. And they say, which is a great thing to be able to have that opportunity.
And I suspect people don't know, the difference, when you're at 350 or 400. Right. So you have to use the right olive oil that isn't going to be bad for you, obviously.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's do you have a special name for this?
I call this Chef Chaskey's Limited Reserve EVOO, and a lot of people don't.
Special labeled this product for you.
Exactly, and it comes directly from Italy. I don't touch the product. I put my label on it. The family allows me to endorse it because of the integrity that I stand behind and the application and principles and techniques and fundamentals that I utilize in cooking it.
Yeah. What else do you have here with us? Another item?
This is a very interesting item right here. I love to accentuate foods. And I love a marriage of flavors so it's not overpowering, because you can salt items too much, you can salt them too little. And I always hear people that, I want flavor in my food. Well, that depends if you are a coffee drinker, a smoker, if you intake alcohol. Your palate is very, 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 diverse. This seasoning has 13 different herbs and spices that are dehydrated at the right temperature, so that when you reconstitute it, that's put into a liquid, and especially with this olive oil, it's a carrier oil, because when I cook with my essential oils, you need a high smoke point so the properties are not lost, the therapeutic benefits aren't lost. And this mile marker 44 spice, which has a great story behind it, and I'll tell you about that later, but this accentuates your food, and there's 44 different uses for that.
Wow. And this can be found on your website.
On my website, and also at the Venice Farmers Market, which we're at every Saturday, or Morton's.
Okay. And why don't you give our viewers a discount on this?
I would love to. I tell you what, next week, if you log into my website and you put in the keyword Comfort Keepers, we'll give you 15% off on all my products.
There you go. Can't beat that. Good product.
Thank you.
I appreciate that. So you threw out another little zinger, essential oils, which you cook with,
Yes.
which is very unique. Can you we only have about 30 seconds left in the segment.
Absolutely.
Can you touch base on that?
Certified pure therapeutic grade oils are indigenous. They come from the best source. The lemon is from Sicily. The rosemary is from Turkey. The lemongrass is from India. It is harvested in the best climate. You talked about soil in the beginning with Roosevelt. These are indigenous and from the best source possible. That means the climate, the temperature, the nutrients in the soils, the way they're harvested. And I utilize them for therapeutic benefits and enhancement. I have restaurants using the oils now. I have a gelato place in Venice that's using the oil now. It's amazing.
We have to go to break. We'll come back and hear more about that. Stay with us.
The Harvey Center for Integrative Medicine is helping people every day to thrive and live healthy, vital lives. Our integrative approach combines conventional medicine with holistic and innovative therapies to help you achieve optimal function. Are you ready to function at 100% of your ability? Dr. Fred Harvey customizes tools and treatments to achieve optimal wellness at any age.
Hi, I'm Dr. Fred Harvey. Do you want to feel vital, vibrant, and fully energized? If so, call our office to find out how.
With the help of Comfort Keepers, I'm keeping my mom healthy.
I'm keeping Dad on schedule.
I'm keeping my mom happy.
Comfort Keepers in-home professional caregivers can provide meal planning and preparation, health and wellness services, and personal care services through custom care plans that can change as needs change, so your aging loved ones can stay happy and healthy in their own home.
Comfort Keepers, keeping the comfort of home.
I'm Rob Wyatt, and I've been offering reverse mortgages in the state of Florida for over 21 years. If you are 62 or older, a reverse mortgage can allow you to access your home equity while staying in the comforts of your own home with no repayment obligations for the rest of your life. And you remain on title. Call us to learn how a reverse mortgage can provide you additional tax-free income to enjoy life now and create a peace of mind retirement for your future.
I enjoy my active senior life, so feeling good and staying fit is important to me, but I wasn't comfortable joining a gym.
So my friends insisted that I would like physical fitness. A healthcare professional analyzed my body needs and developed a fitness program exclusively for me.
Join this week and your initial fee is waived. That's a savings of $99.
Love your life even more.
Call Physical Fitness today for your personalized medically based fitness program.
When a stroke or injury impacts your life, we're here to help you get it back. With our dedicated team of specialists, personalized treatment plans, the most inventive technologies, and a coordinated approach to recovery. This is more than just rehabilitation. This is a higher level of care.
Welcome back. I'm here with Chef Chaskey. We're talking about an amazing array of things that are going to help you cook healthier. Before we went to break, you started talking about it, cooking with essential oils. You just kind of threw that in. You've sort of pioneered that in this area. Now, essential oils have been around for centuries, but there are some companies that have really taken a high road and developed very high quality essential oils, and there's many, many different types. And you really have to be careful. You can't just throw it in any food because they're not all designed to take internally. So tell us a little bit about, how these oils can help with nutrition and how people can understand, which ones they should be steered towards.
Great question. You can go in a lot of stores now, Michael, and you see diffusers, and if you're taking that in aromatically, that's still going into your cells. We have 100 trillion cells in our body. They redevelop every 7 years. The makeup of those cells is 90% water. If you can enhance and purify those cells, then it's optimal health. The essential oils that I cook with are certified pure therapeutic grade. That means they are food grade digestible organic oils. You need a high smoke point oil, as we talked about, limited reserve EVOO that I import directly from Puglia, to carry this oil in the cooking. So there are ratios, there's principles and fundamentals in applying this. You just can't go like this, which we're used to doing, because these are 50 to 70 times the strength of normal herbs.
Right.
So extremely powerful.
One little drop.
One drop will permeate 32 ounces of product.
So give me a couple of examples of a couple oils and what it does as far as your health.
Excellent. Okay. So lemon from Sicily. This lemon is pure from Sicily. Generations of harvesting lemons. It is derived from the bioflavonoids, which is the pith, and the rind, which is the outside, where all of those chemical, things that are in there are good for fortifying yourself. Antibacterial, antiviral, antimicrobial, things that parasites. It helps alleviate parasites. It's huge in this country. 89% of people who eat sushi have parasites. So, and that's a big thing today.
Yeah.
So very important, and this is in glass. You can't drink this stuff in plastic. So I'll take a 16-ounce jug of water, in glass, 1 drop of lemon, sip it. It's great for rehydration. It's good for just overall health and purification, detoxing.
So, you got to know what you're doing a little bit. Are you available for questions for things like this? I know you've got some recipes on your website, but, can people get in touch with you if they have a specific need?
Michael, I am so available for people that want to call in, free consultation. I'm always anxious to hear how I can make it better for someone else. I am an overcomer. I got a second chance in life with what I had back in the 70s with Lyme disease. I'm more than happy to help people out.
There are so many people struggling with things that don't seem to be getting better under traditional ways of healing, but we know that the body can heal itself, given the right tools, the right nutrition, and things like this that can actually potentially kill viruses and bacteria and things like that. So it seems like, working with a good aromatherapist and somebody who can show how to get it into the cells better might be a really important thing for people.
Exactly.
So you mentioned that you're also at the farmers market. Tell us a little bit about that. I know we have one here on Sarasota.
Yes.
And you work out of the
Venice Farmers Market,
a booth
which
there.
is right on Tampa Avenue, every Saturday from 8 till 12, and in season we'll be there from 8 to 1. That starts in January. And it's kind of neat because it's a platform for us to work with the community. There's a SNAP program, which is fabulous for people that need support with purchasing food.
And I understand there's coupons that actually give them extra money towards buying things.
They're tokens, actually,
Okay.
yeah. And that, is all dealt with at the farmers market. The Venice Farmers Market is very unique because for its size, they were voted #1 in the United States, Michael.
Wow.
And what's so amazing about this market is I'm utilizing other vendors' food products, combining them into a recipe, and not just promoting them, but endorsing them because I believe in what they have. And we have to get back to that cross-marketing, showcasing, other people. We're in such a competitive world. It just doesn't make sense anymore not to be working with other people like as we do together.
I think there's so many chefs in this country that, want to cook for taste. And a lot of the stuff that I see that they're serving is just laden with fat and sugar. I mean, anything to tantalize your taste buds, but horrible for your health.
Yes.
And I suspect that's okay once in a while, but I think we have sort of been blinded to the fact that we need to really look about eating a different way in this country if we expect our health to turn around.
Mm-hmm. I do a lot of motivational speaking for large groups, and it's great to be in Florida with money, but if you can't be around to enjoy it, it doesn't mean anything. So health is wealth. When you're going out to eat, I think you're seeing more sea salt on the table. I have a product coming out that's called the Fifth Element that is pure pink Himalayan sea salt that's been encapsulated with ice dams and snow and is basic
minerals.
Yeah, oh my gosh, 84 trace minerals.
Yeah.
The reason
How's that different than table salt?
Well, table salt our bodies don't process. Mm-hmm. And the biggest thing we have going in this country is diabetes, autoimmune disorder, edema, and it takes in 1 gram of 1 gram of table salt, it takes 20 gallons of cellular water in our bodies to get rid of that.
Wow. Fascinating. So we only have a minute left here. What kind of advice can you give to kids these days?
Kids are our future, and I have some classes coming up that you can go to Facebook and register, and they're very, very
You do a lot of cooking classes.
I do. I love doing cooking classes. I love paying it forward. And the kids today were brought up on anything they could get in their mouth to suffice their cravings. Yeah. So I think if we get them in the kitchen and show them the proper fundamentals, techniques, and principles, and the right oils and the right salts to use.
We're out of time. I'm sorry. Check out Craig on his Facebook page, Venice Farmers Market. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again next week on Thriving on the Suncoast. Thanks, Craig.
Thank you, Michael.
Comfort keepers, 'cause there's no place quite like home. Call Comfort Keepers.